Hey guys, welcome to this episode of PS Educate Me. Today we are going to read The Story of Great Wolf Lodge, written by Elizabeth Carson. As we gather around the fire with our friends and family, I look around and wonder how Great Wolf Lodge came to be. In truth, it's a good story, quite an interesting tale. And the story begins with two of our friends, the Beaver brothers, Tooth and Nail. Tooth and Nail are different, as brothers can sometimes be, but both enjoy building things with the logs they get from trees. Nail is creative and likes to daydream about new ways to have fun. Tooth likes to do everything exactly right. He's the responsible one. One day, while they were working and fixing things around the woods, they heard a squeak, a crack, and whoosh. Those sounds didn't sound so good. They looked and saw that logs were falling from a pile they had stacked nearby. When would it stop? They could not tell. That pile had been very high. When the logs stopped falling all around, Nail looked at it with pride. Do you know what this is? Do you see what I see? We've made a great water slide. Tooth let out a sigh, shook his head, and took a long look at the mess. I don't know. There's a lot to do, but it could be a slide, I guess. It will take some adjustments, Tooth said to his brother, to make this slide just right. And Nail said, just think of how all of our friends will want to ride it all day and night. So, Tooth set to work inspecting the logs that would make this amazing new slide, and Nail took off to tell all his friends that he and Tooth had made a new ride. Oh. The first one that Nail met was Oliver Raccoon, and he told him the big news. Oliver thought for a second and said, I think I have something that you can use. I'll run and get my computer. It has a program that can calculate and measure. It may help Tooth figure out how to make the slide even better. Your computer would help. That's a great idea, Oliver, Nail said with a smile. That will certainly help Tooth make an even better slide with the wood from our log pile. When Nail ran into Wiley the Wolf, he told him all about the slide. Wiley suggested that inner tubes might make for a smoother ride. What a great idea, said Nail. I'll tell Tooth right away. Maybe we can get the slide up and running before the end of the day. So Wiley took off to share his idea to make the water slide better. And Nail smiled as he thought to himself, this will be the best water slide ever. Sammy the squirrel overheard what was happening and had an idea of her own. What if we give everyone a souvenir? She suggested. Something that they could take home? That idea's good too, Nail said, told Sammy. But what kind of souvenir? Well, maybe, Sammy said as she held out her camera, a photo of the fun that they'd had here. It was coming together so much better than planned, thanks to all of their friends' great help. And Nail thought he should get back to the slide so Tooth wouldn't have to do all the work by himself. When Nail returned, he saw Tooth wasn't alone and all their friends had been working on the slide. He saw Brindley Bear at the very top getting ready to take the first ride. Brindley laughed with delight as he slid down the slide and he heard the cheers of his friends. And when it was over, he ran up to Tooth and said, I wish this day could never end. Then Wiley looked around at the rest of the wood that Tooth and Nail had piled and got an idea that he just knew would make all of his friends smile. Oh, what do you think it could be? Hey, Tooth and Nail, Wiley said, can you help me think of a way to build a great big lodge where all our friends could stay and play? That's a great idea, Nail said to Wiley, and the brothers started the job. And today, what they built is where you now sit. They call it Great Wolf Lodge. Dun, 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 dun. We're glad you've spent the day with us and can spend the night with us too. Now head off to sleep because when you wake up, there'll be more fun stuff to do. All right, make sure you like and subscribe. See you guys at our next read aloud. Bye.